Hello guys, and finally we have Enigma now. This is the high value support target that I'm always talking about. When you need to eliminate somebody, disable somebody, interrupt somebody's channeling spell, this is the one, the Enigma with the black hole, with the blink. The most problematic hero to play against, because this hero can always hide himself somewhere behind the trees in the black area, just the one place where you didn't place your ward, and just not really care about being in the fight at the moment, because the Enigma is just going to be waiting there in the shadows, ready to blink, black hole, and just, you know, eliminate your whole team with anybody from your team that's there that can do any attack, right? Sometimes you can just solo people anyways, depending if you have Scepter, but yeah, the hero is really strong and really annoying to deal with, because you just can't predict from where Enigma is gonna jump, and with some items like Blacking Bar, there's nothing you can do really. I always say with some heroes that do use channeling spells, let's say Crystal Maiden, let's say there's Crystal Maiden with Blacking Bar, she can cast ult and this and be like, I don't care, but if there's a bash effect on any hero, so somebody made a basher, you can still interrupt her. With Enigma, even if you have all of those spells, right, or you just made the basher as an item, even if you have this on, the black hole still pulls you in. There's nothing you can do to stop Enigma when she has Blacking Bar. There's absolutely zero things you can do to stop her from casting ult. You cannot stop the channeling duration fully, never. You just can't. There's nothing you can do. There's also shard that kind of increases the pool AoE, right? So this kind of, if you even think about getting close, this even pulls you even faster in, right? It like kind of expands the whole AoE. So with the items, I always kind of get arcane boots. As you can see, the spells cost a lot. This is level 1 on spells, level 1 on ult. This goes to 160, this is 170. Even this starts with 50 but goes to 140, and all goes to 500. First one is 300. So even though you can get something like Soul Ring, if you want early, in the long run, I think you will need something like Arcane Boots. It can be really problematic with mana. You don't want to spam and lose that much health with Soul Ring. A lot of things can happen. And again, as easy as it is to win games, it's that easy to lose them when you play Enigma. If anybody catches you somewhere unaware, kills you quickly before the fight even starts, which is always the goal of the enemy team, right? If you die without casting this, you're gonna get flamed a whole lot, reported, whatnot. That doesn't matter in the whole thing as much as you're just gonna lose in the game, you know? You're gonna get flamed anyways, but you're gonna lose the game. So getting that extra mana is nice, kind of keeps my health always full, whatever happens. It's also like another level of protection, right? And you can't be spamming these anyway. This can be used on the lane to push them back a bit from the wave, so you can get easier last hits or denies. I mean, last hits easier for your friend on the lane, not you. You're playing support. You're not supposed to last hit. But even also when you're farming in the jungle, right? If you go and farm in the jungle, if you go that way, you're kind of spamming these and the money conversion, you know, the small Eldonans. All of that costs mana. If there's fight on the lane, you need to use it defensively, offensively. It also costs a lot, your stun spell, and of course the ult. So just kind of like getting this. What I do rush immediately, if I just play decent Soul Ring, if I don't decide on this, what you always get is Blink Dagger. Like I said, that the whole Enigma gameplay is you kind of wait for the fight to start, you hide. Somebody from your team either baits the fight, baits a couple of heroes to attack him, or you kind of wait for the fight to start in some different way, but you're never there. You're never supposed to be seen from the enemy. You're just close to the fight, but not too close, right? Because there's nothing you can really do in a fight except cast a black hole, and for that you need to stay alive, stay as far as possible from the fight, but enough, stay just close enough where you can blink effectively and immediately cast this, because you don't want to let your team die, and then you're like, I'm coming there, but the whole team is dead. So you gotta keep close, but not too close, and it can be really problematic with Enigma. So Blink is just for that. As I say, it makes all the sense, all the logic. You just need to get this. It is a must. There's no other solution. You cannot right click yourself into a fight. You cannot make something scuffed like force staff. It just does not work. You need the blink. So after that, again, there's nothing really else you can make that has any more benefit than the blacking bar. You just go step by step to make the hero completely uninterruptible. That's how you have to play Enigma. So one item is to just get you there in the middle of a fight. You can cast this, kill everybody, get them all in the AoE. Second item has to be the one that allows you to do that. So blink gets you there, but blacking allows you to stay there pretty much. So this is the way in, and this is the way how you stay uninterrupted, because even if there's one guy with the stun in the whole enemy team, he's gonna probably either know it or gonna hide or gonna do anything. You might not catch him for whatever reason. He might not be in the fight. He can show up with whatever he has. Maybe he himself has a blink, maybe he has a force that can quickly get there. Maybe he has something like Etherlands for some extra range. You're getting interrupted. Your whole ult is dumped and into you know, into oblivion, and you didn't do anything. So blacking just has to happen. That's how it is. If you play this hero, there's nothing else really that you can make. Even for the fact when somebody from a distance, it doesn't have to be like a stun. It can be a ranged attacker with some extended attack range that you can die from any effect or anything like that. You just kind of need this to be completely immune to everything. Because even if somebody can bash, because bash can go through the blacking bar item and as a spell, you cannot reach Enigma because the black hole, even if you have blacking bar as an enemy hero, the black hole is still gonna pull you in. So there's nothing you can do to walk into this and not get interrupted. So that's why this is so important. After that, it's pretty. You can pretty much call that your complete build already. It costs a lot of money. The game might be over already even before you finish this. If not, there's some other items you can make. Now, Scepter is a great one. It really buffs the black hole, and I usually say, like, don't put everything into one spell, or don't put everything into ult, unless it's something amazing. So you're kind of playing Enigma, you're kind of covered. It's not like anybody can do anything to you anyways, and making Scepter makes a lot of sense. 5% of the unit's max health especially destroys any offlaners, anybody that stacked a lot of stacking like strength, stacking health, that's gonna destroy them. It's pretty much your way where you penetrate even the toughest offlaners, toughest tanks in the game, right? And it absolutely destroys the smaller ones, the supports, the mid, the carry, whatever they are, you know, they're gonna get wrecked. So that's one of the options. It's a lot of money though. Stats are nice though. You'll use the stats, but it's not easy. It's a lot of money to get all of this, right? Even the blink and the blackie bar cost a lot. So getting this is a real luxury if you can, but if you do get it, I think you just really seal the game, because now they're being hit by 5% max health on top of black hole's normal damage per second, right? So you can see it's really a lot of damage. Refresher is also always there as an option. If you think it's better for you to try to go for double black hole, double black hole means not so much immediate damage for you for this spell, but it means a lot more time for your allies to kill the enemy team while they're sitting in the black hole. So it's an interesting decision. Refresher is if this is kind of something like last level, this is 500. So 500, 500, 1000, and then 300. As you can see, that will take almost my whole mana pool, and I have something like this. If I didn't make Aeon Disc, you can see it costs exactly all of my mana, because this is 500 times twice 1000 and then 1300, and I'm at 1316 with the arcane boots. Also the scepter, so if I don't have scepter I can't even cast it. I mean, you will get mana as you level up, but this is just like example how much you still gotta be careful in sense of mana. You can't be just like running around casting these and stunts and then be like, okay, I'm gonna go to the fight and cast the black hole refresh, and you know, it costs a lot of mana. Yeah, you'll be higher level than this for sure. I mean, you need to be higher to get level 3 of this anyways, but just be careful with Enigma and mana costs. It can get tricky. You might be missing a couple hundred mana, and you might not be able to cast this or this. Actually, you're not gonna be able to cast this, right? So refresher, that's another option. I kind of personally go for Scepter. I think it's enough time combined. This combined, the extra 5% with the whole team. Usually you can clear the enemy team, no problem. You don't need to have the second black hole. That's the whole team. Like the whole team needs to be in the fight. You cannot be running around this Enigma with maybe 1 or 2 teammates. There needs to be the whole team, because when you cast this, they gotta be there to quickly kill them. So that's why I kind of like this more, because you should play as a team anyways, especially when there's Enigma. But yeah, however you wanna go. The only must-have is Blink and Blacking. Whatever you do after these two, it's completely up to you. But Enigma should be ready to win any fight regardless with only these two, so you don't have to worry. Aeon Disc as well, to just help you in any situation where you kind of caught doing whatever. Maybe you just went to ward something or devard. They kind of jump on you. You can get that second life, and once it also casts strong dispel. So once you get out of that, you can immediately cast a black hole defensively. Maybe your team is close. Maybe you can buy some time. Place the midnight pulse as well before you do this, and you know, just kind of try to get a kill or something going before your team gets there. If not, maybe you just die, but it just kind of buys you time. Either save yourself with a stun to cast the black hole, to blink away. You can get some distance because of Malefice. It's a continuous stun, so maybe you can get away even, you know, depending who caught you and where and with what spells. So yeah, it's just another item that kind of guarantees you a bit more that you'll be there to cast the black hole. And some others that I put here, Lincoln Sphere. Just blocks one spell though. It can be very useful if there's Legion Commander kind of hunting you all the time. But if I don't see a Legion Commander in the enemy team, and with Blink especially, sometimes I don't even play Blink, I just don't make Lincoln Sphere. Because, you know, I would rather have something like this. And Blacking Bar is there for spell anyways, and you should not be roaming alone the map anyways. You need to always stick with the team. So whatever happens, if you have to cast this, there'll always be somebody there to at least get a kill or two from whatever the situation is, right? You should never roam around alone the map. Just always stay close to the allies. And Octarine Core is another one. It's basically just a cooldown for ult. This is 25%. Cooldown reduction. It's cooldown reduction also for Blacking and Refresher. So that can be kind of like a last item if you want to get all of these cooldowns. It's not that big of a deal. You know, 25% is nice, but you usually want to get them in one black hole. It's not really something like where you just run around the map casting black holes, right? And getting this off the cooldown. You usually get 1 or 2 chances at the most, and that is with the refresher. So if you want to make this, sure, but I always think that spot is better used for a Aeon Disc, and I really think if you have a 6-slot build, there's nothing really you would swap instead of these. Like I said, Scepter, all the Scepter does. The refresh is also huge. This is also huge, and the 2 items that you need plus your boots. There's nothing really you can fit there that would be more better. You know, you can just bump your Blink into Arcane if you want, and that's it. You can get Arcane, you can get Overwhelming if you want for some extra health and some extra AoE on impact, but that's it pretty much. I can't really see what I would have done, you know, differently that kind of benefits you the same way. There's just no other items. And yeah, that's it. Pretty much when you blink in, usually you won't have time, but with Blacking you might have some extra time. So when you blink, you can quickly place the midnight pulse. It's a lot bigger range than the black hole. So this is black hole, this is midnight pulse. It should be pretty easy to get this going once you have this. Before you get the blacking bar, you might not have time to cast this into black hole. That's the perfect outcome, but this alone should be enough. If this doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. That's just how it is. Shard, also get a shard. Shard kind of prevents anybody getting even closer. So anybody that's in the 1k AoE gets pulled slowly, like it's like an extended black hole effect. So shard is also nice, but usually I feel like the black hole effect is like the AoE is big enough anyway. So if you wanna get the shard, you can get it, but I don't worry about it much if I have blacking bar. I don't care that much. So that would be concerning the build. Let's see, talent tree. This is Eidolon. I don't know why I call it Eldonans. So Eidolon attack speed or your stun duration extended. Malefice. Not that big of a deal. I would rather go for stun though, because I'm going to go the left one as well here. So in my case, I would probably just go for the combo here. It can be great for killing somebody like their supports, for example, or their carry. This can really help killing them. But yeah, you can choose whatever you want in the first one. The second one should be pretty obvious. Like I said, midnight pulse radius. This is your default radius, and this is the black hole. So your midnight pulse is almost always going to cover, if you have the time to cast, of course. It's not going to cover the blacking, the black hole circle, right? You can see how smaller it is. So I don't think I need 200 more on top of this. I think this is more than enough. It's really decent. You don't need more. So that's why I kind of like comboing these. Third one, I just always take health. The whole point, you need to survive. That's the whole thing. As much as you can get, any chance to survive, always take it. This is great. But you need to get your army going. You need to be able to do something and not die for them to survive. Health is health. I could never pass on 400 health. That's just how it is. And the last one, pretty much you can choose. This is something like Nature's Prophet spell, where it gets more trees. This extends stun by a lot. So let's say if you took 2 of these, might be just more logical to take the third buff. At that point, if you reach 25, a lot of people will have blacking bars or hoods and whatnot, but it's still like a mini stun instance. It's still gonna be mini stunning them. So the only real item that helps them is something like blacking bar. You don't care about the damage if they got like hoods or a lot of health, but it's still gonna keep interrupting them. It's still gonna lag them. Something like better assault from a clockwork. It's a nice upgrade, but you can also go this. I really can't say which one is better. It would depend on the game, again, on the enemy team, on my team, on how the game is going. Did I suddenly hit 25 and I can push the lane and I'm just there? I might just take these, create more, and try to get the barracks down and the towers, I would also depend where I am on the map, what happened recently. So that's just it. It's nothing really huge here. The health is the biggest one actually, but nothing crazy here that's gonna decide the game. Your blink and your blacking bar and your movement around the map and your judgment when to get in and when to cast this without dying is gonna decide the game. Nothing else really. And all of these 3 are just a nice bonus that is completely unneeded. Once you blink in with the blacking bar, once you get the whole duration of the black hole correctly, if your team does not kill them, that's pretty much it. You're not there to refresh and cast another black hole. That's a really extra effect, and that's just like a nice bonus that is not, it's never asked from Enigma to do the extra step. The most important thing that they always ask for you is just get the one black hole going in the full length and catch as many enemies as you can, and we'll do the rest. You know, your course and your other support will do the rest, whatever it is. So then it's up to them really. This is not expected from you at all. You know, to go these crazy lengths to try and win the game by yourself. So that is it with Enigma. I think I've covered it all pretty much. Couple of items there, a couple of options you can go for, and but that would be it. And I'll see you guys on the next hero.